very lonely. I only have two choices how to spend my evenings. I can either sit at home crying with a box of Kleenex watching Serendipity, because that's how love should be. That's how it should be. Or I can use iHeartT Crowd's massive celeb catalogue and interview Charlene McKenna, which is what I did. Hello and welcome to the iHeartT Crowd episode 2, this time with added tea and also added loveliness because we have Charlene McKenna from Raw fame. Hello Charlene.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
You
How
look,
are you?
you look only stunning.
Do I?
You do.
Thanks. I've been hours getting ready.
Sundays 9:30, Raw is back. I was watching there last Sunday. It's a bit racy.
It's not as racy as it was.
For a man my vintage. You know what I mean?
It was a hell of a lot racier in the first series.
But you see, the thing about it is, it's in many ways got the Glen Rose spot on Sunday nights on RT now. Does that make you nervous at all?
Yeah, it is. We're very grown up now,
Yeah.
and we have to be all very adult and watch our P's and Q's. And Jojo's not particularly mad about watching her P's and Q's.
No.
And
I never remember Dick mounting Mary in the bar in Glen Rowe. Which
we have to move with the times.
I know, well, they did that on the Christmas special, I think. But I think they only went out on Network 2, I think late at night.
Oh, yeah. At the after 12.
Yeah, which, to be fair, I think Glen Rowe After Dark still has a market. If you want to pitch that to RT.
I'll think about it, I'll take note.
And maybe have a star or something like me in it.
I'll give my agents, I'll give my people a call.
Well, thank you. You see, the big problem, right, sorry to mention Glen Rowe again. The main problem with Glen Rowe was that it was on late Sunday nights, and that for me meant that I had English homework to do.
Right.
And maths homework.
Right.
So never I grew to hate that because I knew that I had to go and pretend to know what the Irish
I had that every day at
was.
the end of Neighbours.
At the end of Neighbours?
Yeah, Neighbours would be over at 6. I think it used to be on at 25 to 6. So once that ended, that end credit I'd still hate because that's homework time then.
And are you nervous about what effect the theme song of Raw, like what the effect Raw might be having on the kids
The weird,
today?
creepy elevator music
Yeah,
that plays. Ding, da, ding, ding.
I mean, you might be terrifying the kids.
I think that music is terrifying regardless of homework.
But in many ways, they might encourage them to do kind of homework because they might think Raw is such a treat. They might think, oh, after that, I really want to become brilliant in the world, so I'm going to go and really do my homework right.
Probably, and that's, what I thought about when I took this job on. I thought I want to encourage children to do their homework.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this series. Get to series 3. Get it to the point where there's nice, creepy music playing in the intro and stuff, and encourage better education in the country. Was kind of along the plan that I had.
Well, it may, in like 20 years' time, right, when people are just breaking out the Raw DVDs and that, people think again, I became a doctor because of that show.
Yeah.
They may save your life.
And I'll probably be on the dole.
Which, I mean, hey, you know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that.
Touch wood. Yeah.
Alright, dear. You are going to be taking part in the second ever The Big T Inquisition.
I'm scared.
A show that needs a title. It needs a better title. So if you want to think about that,
It's a T Inquisition.
Yeah.
How could that need a better title?
I mean, Trouble with a capital T was suggested last month, but that apparently would need stunts. So unless you have a little mini bike somewhere.
Not with me. It just didn't fit in the bag.
No.
No.
So we have to stick with the Big T Inquisition for now. Right, dear. Question 1 on the Big T Inquisition. With birds dropping out of the sky, the Earth's poles being reversed, apparently, and that Mad Men didn't win any Golden Globes, the world looks like it's coming to an end, possibly by fire thunder, which is where the world might end because of fire thunder. But if the world is ending, what are you going to do, young lady?
If the world is ending.
Right now, if there's fire thunder cracking outside a window right now, the world's ending, what are you going to do? You might miss your flight to London. I imagine they might get cancelled.
And I can't run or do any of the obvious things. Like I can't attempt to save my life. I'm definitely on the way.
Oh, this is 2012.
It's all around. I'm surrounded by fire.
Well, not like it's basically it's kind of like here you've got 24 hours to do whatever you might want to do. What are you going to be doing?
I try and be with the people that I love if that's possible, because if we're going to go, there's no point doing that, oh, I'm going to skydive and I'm going to do all these kind of ridiculous things.
Well, no, because
maybe just get hammered.
Brilliant.
Because you might as well go out with a bang.
Yeah.
And get to the point where you're oblivious.
Well, you see, obviously when it snowed, when there's a tiny bit of snow, all planes and buses got cancelled. So I think if the world is ending,
so chances are you're not skydiving.
Yeah. So just go into a pub and just.
I reckon. I mean, what's the alternatives? What would you do?
What I do?
Yeah.
I would be trying to put stuff on your bar tab.
But you don't need it. Doesn't matter. There will be no tab.
They're still gonna charge you. I mean, like, you never know.
First time we're gonna be getting smashed as well.
It's gonna be just a party of smashing at the end of the world.
Yeah.
It sounds quite nice.
We're Irish.
Sounds like New Year's Eve in Dingle.
Okay.
Who knew at the end of the world would be New Year's Eve in Dingle? Which.
It's funny. I just recently read a short about the end of the world, and it's two people who end up. This girl who ends up running through the street, fire all around, and she ends up jumping into them really large bins, and she finds herself in the same bin as her ex, and then the film goes from there. So I've had a lot of end of world thinking lately.
That sounds fantastic. But you gotta stay out of bins and just until the end of the night, until you are actually just.
And if I do, it's any man for himself.
You know what I mean? Happy days.
Yeah.
Right there. Question 2. This is the question you're a bit nervous about, right?
Oh no.
The all-destroying table quiz team I was on the other day, named Quiz Christofferson's Christian Rock Band. That was a fine name, wasn't it?
Chris Christofferson's
Quiz
Christofferson's
Christian Rock Band. Because they always give the funniest price, but put quiz in their name, and that annoyed me. That annoyed my friends. We thought let's just go through the looking glass.
You need to work on some hobbies.
Sadly, this is my hobby, dear. So, all right. And the question that came up, that I thought that's a good question. Charlene's gonna love this one, right? What is at the beginning of eternity, the end of time, and the beginning of every ending?
E.
Moving on.
That wasn't a setup. I'm that quick.
That was good.
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Well.
Because I let my smart beardy mate take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? That's a pretty no-brainer, no?
Yeah, apparently. Oh wait, it was.
Don't feel bad.
What? So the answer was coffin the other one. I can't remember what the brain tease was. If anyone knows what the brain tease for coffin was, please email to Charlene McKenna at gmail.com. See if she replies to that so quickly. When was the last time you said, God, this TV ad makes me want to smash up my TV, even though I was just in the middle of watching Independence Day, which was on last night?
God, this ad makes me... What ad? So basically, what ad can I not stand? Or any of the... I hurt my back at work and I got £10,000. Any of them put me in a really bad place.
Yeah?
I can't. I want all the people to have died.
Not a fan of the old ambulance chasers now?
No. I was going to work and then I slipped and fell and put my back out. Now I have 10 grand. No.
Before I make my next comment, you've never done a Meteor ad?
No.
No?
No.
I hate Meteor ads so much.
See, I live in London.
Oh, you're
I don't
so
get Meteor
lucky.
ads.
Can I go back to London with you?
Yeah.
Just to avoid Meteor ads?
What's the Meteor ads?
There's one that's on the cinema where they're at its house party and one's like Facebooking scandal, another one's Googling pizza. Do you know what I mean? Don't Google pizza. You're gonna get the Wikipedia definition of pizza. Do you know what I mean?
You'd be amazed the things that I end up doing, Googling. Do you know what I found out the other day? What does the word tintinnabulation mean?
Oh shit.
It's great.
What?
It means tinkling.
It means tinkling?
Yeah.
So there's a piano outside, so if I went out there I would be...
I might try some tintinnabulation on the piano.
That sounds...
I think one might say.
That sounds remarkably dirty and bloody.
Yeah. I love words.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that, you Google that? You Google brain teasers every day, don't you?
No, I don't. My friend sent me, because he knows that I am a geek and that I love words, and he sent me something about the 2010s at the times, 100 most beautiful, interesting words or something. It's been really sad.
No, not at all. Even though if you're going to have a go at my hobbies, dear,
well,
you might want to keep Googling new words.
Yeah.
To yourself.
Well,
it's adorable, dear.
Maybe if you had my hobbies, you would have got the table quiz question.
Anyway, question 4 is... Oh, this is the question that I like. It's an offer. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
A long-term dream of mine is to write a movie named Space Gel. Right, think cell block H only in outer space. Okay.
Because the two concepts work so well.
I think they're highly.
Right.
I think that might be
Okay.
brilliant. Okay. Now, if I were to offer you the role of Jinx Celestial, she's a plucky young bank robbing companion to the handsome hero Drake Dawson. He's a bit short and he's a bit floppy, but he's still quite heroic. Would you accept, and what could you bring to the role? Now, granted, on my card I have a fix here saying Jinx may have a multi-tool thingy for an arm, so there might be some CGI.
Now, am I gonna get caught and end up in the prisoner cell block?
Well,
space jail?
I mean, I think that the way the film kind of sets up is that you see mainly backstories being told.
Okay.
And you and Drake Dawson are now being arrested and are in space jail.
And so what would I bring to the role as the bank robber?
As the bank robbing plucky companion Jinx Celestial.
I'd bring everything that Angelina Jolie brought to Tomb Raider.
Wow.
Is that enough?
That's plenty.
Minus I don't look like her.
Which is some nice shorts.
Some nice shorts, some tools.
Yeah.
Attached to one's thigh.
I know you're gonna have a multi-tool on your arm.
See, that's not gonna sell.
If
Angelina had a multi-Swiss Army knife on her arm.
No, you're gonna have an actual.
You're
gonna have an actual hand, but it's gonna CGI badly into a tool. There's gonna be a heartbreaking one scene where you're gonna.
Have you approached the film board with this?
I haven't. I've approached some actors with it.
Yeah.
Some of them have said yes. Some of them it was 4:30 in the morning, and when some of them said yes.
Someone thought they had a multi-Swiss tool thing on their arm.
So is that a sort of yes?
That's pretty much probably an absolute 100% negative.
Really? You're turning down Space Jam?
Yeah, you have it here. I'm turning down Space Jam.
But what about the sequel? What if it's the highest grossing movie in Irish history?
And I'll watch and be sick.
Really?
Yeah, I'm jealous and upset, and then I'll.
Would you come back and do the DVD commentary if it's a big seller?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay.
And then you do number 2.
I need to call my agent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And confirm Space Jam.